Maharaj Prithu was an unrivaled king and possessed the scepter for ruling all the 7 islands on the surface of the globe. No one could disobey his irrevocable orders, but the saintly persons, the Brahmins and the descendants of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Vaishnavas. Saptadvipa refers to the 7 great islands or continents on the surface of the globe. 1 Asia, 2 Europe, 3 Africa, 4 North America, 5 South America, 6 Australia, and 7 Oceania. In the modern age, people are under the impression that during the Vedic period or the prehistoric ages, America and many other parts of the world had not been discovered, but that is not a fact. Prithu Maharaj ruled over the world many thousands of years before the so-called prehistoric age, and it is clearly mentioned here that in those days, not only were all the different parts of the world known, but they were ruled by one king, Maharaj Prithu. The country where Prithu Maharaj resided must have been India, because it is stated in the 11th verse of this chapter that he lived in the tract of land between the rivers Ganges and Yamuna. This tract of land, which is called Brahmavata, consists of what is known in the modern age as portions of Punjab and northern India. It is clear that the kings of India once ruled all the world, and that their culture was Vedic. The word Askalita indicates that orders by the king could not be disobeyed by anyone in the entire world. Such orders, however, were never issued to control saintly persons or the descendants of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu. The Supreme Lord is known as Asyuta, and Lord Krishna is addressed as such by Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita. Asyuta refers to one who does not fall because he is never influenced by the modes of material nature. When a living entity falls down to the material world from his original position, he becomes Syuta, which means that he forgets his relationship with Asyuta. Actually, every living entity is a part and parcel, or a son, of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When influenced by the modes of material nature, a living entity forgets this relationship and thinks in terms of different species of life. But when he again comes to his original consciousness, he does not observe such bodily designations. This is indicated in Bhagavad Gita by the words Pandi Samadarshina. Material designations create differentiation in terms of caste, color, creed, nationality, etc. Different gotras, or family designations, are distinctions in terms of the material body, but when one comes to Krishna consciousness, he immediately becomes one of the Asyuta Gotra, or descendants of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and thus becomes transcendental to all considerations of caste, creed, color, and nationality. Prithu Maharaj had no control over the Brahman Kula, which refers to the learned scholars in Vedic knowledge, nor over the Vaishnavas, who are above the considerations of Vedic knowledge. It is therefore said, one who thinks the deity in the temple to be made of wood or stone, who thinks of the spiritual master in the disciplic succession as an ordinary man, who thinks the Vaishnav in the Asyuta Gotra to belong to a certain caste or creed, or who thinks of Karanamrita or Ganga's water as ordinary water, is taken to be a resident of hell. Padma Puran. From the facts presented in this verse, it appears that people in general should be controlled by a king until they come to the platform of Vaishnavas and Brahmins, who are not under the control of anyone. Brahman refers to one who knows Brahm, or the impersonal feature of the absolute truth, and a Vaishnav is one who serves the Supreme Personality of Godhead.